I'm going to let you guys in on a little secret here, okay? Just because I like you. Most YouTuber builds aren't great. That's it. Now, I want to talk about this for a little bit. So, basically, going through Twitter, doom scrolling, and every once in a while, you run across a Destiny 2 account, and they're like, they find a build video, and they're like, this build is ass. Here's the thing, let's explain it. Okay. So, starting off, the way you build your characters is honestly kind of stagnated, really. For Warlocks, it kind of stagnated in 2018 when Well of Radiance was introduced. You run well, everything else is kind of secondary. Lunafaction boots, always a solid pick. Now Sunbracers, it's just little things here and there that pop up, and you're like, okay, yeah, no, that's good too. Titans, it was ever since the 3.0 reworks, Sunbreaker for PvE, and then Banner of War came out and is like, yeah, no, that's really good too. Hunters honestly have the most options, but usually Archstrider with Assassin's Cowl using Gathering Storm will get you through a lot. Night Stalker also works very well, and Gunslinger too. Celestial Nighthawk's great. But making builds that are somewhat endgame viable, that are new and interesting, is not that easy on Titan. Like, I've run into a lot of problems, just like this is just the same build as before, but using the new artifact mods. That's kind of an issue. I wish everything was kind of viable, so you could be like, oh, if you combo these things, it does this cool thing, stuff like that. But YouTuber builds usually aren't meant to be like Grandmaster viable unless something huge changes to a subclass and they're like, hey, look at that, that's really good, isn't it? But most of the time it's because, hear me out, build videos just get more views. Build videos and negativity in Destiny 2 get you more views than pretty much anything else, and I can pretty much guarantee that. Yeah, it's sad that it's true, but it is. And I'm not saying that every build should be Grandmaster viable or the top of the meta or anything, because I like fun, goof off, funny builds. And I think I'll do more in the future. I think I'm just hung up on, well, if I'm going to make a build video, it has to be good. But I usually do state in all of my build videos, hey, this build, it's not a GM build. It's just a funny haha build, okay? So, yeah. And I've been neglecting doing one on Titan just because if you're not on Solar or Strand, it just feels weird and wrong. And I really want to make a Behemoth build, and this is me kind of theory crafting one in the gameplay for this video here. But yeah, that's kind of just what I wanted to talk to you all about is, yeah, YouTuber builds are usually not great unless an exotic changes or there's a big subclass change and it interacts with a bunch of other stuff. For the most part, unless something big releases, you're not getting like a brand new build that's top of the meta in the middle of a season. So that's just something to look out for. Just because someone says, oh, look at this fun build, it's really good, doesn't mean it actually is. The endgame meta has been stagnant for a very long time. I mean, Banner of War even, probably the newest contender in maybe Celestial Nighthawk, kind of. Well, either way, neither of those two has been in a day one raid setting because Banner of War was released before Crota, but it was banned for Crota. So we will never see those in a raid race until the final shape releases. So we really don't know how those shake up in day one raid races compared to like Sunbreaker Titan, which is really good because it's kind of hard to die in it. And ever since it got nerfed, we haven't seen it in a day one, even though I think it'll still be fine. Like, it made the solo Ghost of the Deep way easier than even Strand Titan, at least for the final fight. But, yeah, that's kind of just what I want to talk about. Build crafting is a little stagnant in Destiny. Whenever you see a build video on YouTube, doesn't mean it's going to be good. If you're looking for good builds, you're probably going to want to look at like just someone playing GMs or someone solo flawlessing dungeons. Those are probably where you're going to see the best builds, because everything else is just like cool interactions or just something that the person that's making the video thinks is a fun build. So yeah, that's kind of all I wanted to talk about. By the way, heads up for the rest of like January. Not saying releases are gonna be light, but they will probably pick up more in February. Views are just generally low in January anyways, so I figure, you know, we'll still keep doing stuff, but like we'll pick up more in February and do some of the cooler things I've been planning. Yeah. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. If you have any fun builds, they don't have to be good, but fun builds, drop them down below and I'll check them out. Also, check out my Twitch, this YouTube channel, the other YouTube channel, all that junk. Anyways, see ya.